All right. What's up, everybody? Is the chat working? Nope. So weird. I have to restart it every time. The cold is mostly over, but not 100%. So there may be a bit of sneezing still, a bit of sniffly. So I played some more last night, and we are level 45, and I think we're pretty close to the end of Act 3. Act 3 is a little bit shorter than the other two. It's gone pretty fast. Just even in terms of the number of nodes, there's just not as many. How do I... This is not normally, interesting. Basically, there's a... Spoilers, a little time machine thing. So this is the past, and there's not many nodes here. But I think that's the end right there. Maybe not. I guess we'll find out. But, currently, we are on basically the hardest boss I've encountered so far. So you can watch me smash my face against this for a while. What's up, Apophenia? You're on your way to the Act 2 boss, Dave. Nice, nice. Yeah, this is, Act 3's been definitely a bit easier. I feel like there have been a few times where the monsters have done absurd amounts of damage, but other than that, I feel like I've gone through pretty quick. But there's a couple build changes that we've had. First of all, I got Ice Wall going, and Ice Wall's interesting because when the ice crystals break, they do extra damage, and so it actually is a really high damage spell. And my Frost Bomb will also damage the ice crystal and cause them all to blow up and do a lot of damage. And then I also have a cast on Freeze that is now, I just unlocked Comet with my first level 11 skill gem. And so that's pretty dope. And it seems like I'm just bodying this boss, like, it feels really easy, and then there's always this one, it's ridiculous, I don't know what you call it, this one move that she does, this one, and she gives all these soldiers these poison darts, and you gotta get out of the way of them, and that alone is bad enough, but then there's this thing, and you gotta dodge perfect, and then she does this stupid, like, shooting poison darts with her wrists. I normally don't even survive that. I'm doing better than I normally do right now. So, yeah. It's a really hard boss fight. Let's see. Frost Bomb. Ice Wall. Frost Bomb. Do my curse thing to make her take the damage. And she's outside. What the hell? Dodge. Oh, but then you get hit by ones on the other side. It's the biggest BS of all time. I can't believe I lived. That was really close. You defeated this boss first try. You must have had a lot of either chaos defense or survivability against poison, because those things on the side basically one-shot me. So I can't believe I've survived it twice. I've never survived it twice in a row. I have an anti-poison charm. It doesn't do that much at all. It only saves you from like 2 hits. But we won, so it's fine. Wait, oh my god. Why would they do this? You kill a boss and then there's enemies that come attack you. Yeah, I have my poison charm too. And it still didn't help most of the time. Because it only... it only helps against really big hits, right? It doesn't help against multiple small hits, which is what the firing squad is. I've not done the Trial of Chaos yet. I wanted to leave that for the stream, so we'll do that here in a minute. My resistances are 6% to Chaos. Fire, Cold, and Lightning. Now, is poison chaos, or is poison its own thing that you can't have resistance against? How does that work?
I'm carrying enough already.
Poison is chaos damage. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wasn't sure. Alright, so I think we are now on to the Act 3 boss. I gotta grab my phone real quick, sorry. Alright. So, I'm gonna sell some stuff. I'm sure resistances are still very important, just more in the late game than doing... I don't feel like you should have to focus resistances super hard in the campaign. Again, because the campaign is so fast-paced, like you're constantly going up against new threats. It's really annoying if you're constantly having to retool your design, you know. Like, that's not super fun. Having a boss that does types of elemental damage where maybe you should try to resist against it is, I think, fine. But... Ooh, we got another 11. That's awesome. So yeah, we have Comet put into our cast on freeze slot. And this is awesome. It's awesome for 2 reasons. I mean, 1, it's just awesome because it does absurd amounts of damage. And 2, my voice is still gonna crack all day, it's fine. This has a cast time that's different than its cast time. And I'll say that again. Basically, you can see on the tooltip the cast time is 1 second. But right here, you can see that it has plus 1 second to total cast time. So essentially, that only applies when you are casting it, and it's to make it so that if you have faster cast rate, it doesn't affect Comet as much. So let's say you had 40% faster cast rate. This wouldn't be 0.6, it would end up being 1.6 total. So basically Comet is a really slow spell to cast, always. But when you put it in cast on freeze, it's awesome because it cast on freeze is based on where is it? Basically every 0.12 seconds of base cast time requires 10 more energy for it to charge up. And so it only sees the Comet as having basically 1 second of base cast time. So it charges up even faster than it should based on how long it takes you, the player, to cast it. So that's super cool. Let's get identified here. And then see what we're dealing with. Evasion, I mean, yeah, I think we can just sell everything here. Oh, that has quality. Does anyone, oh, you can't salvage flasks, I guess. Does anyone know anything about the reforging bench? It literally gives you no help other than it tells you 3 similar items. What does similar mean? And what, yeah, I don't know what it does. I mean, I can guess it roughly what it does. It probably just rolls a new magic or rare item or something, but past that I don't really know. Alright. I don't know why I'm stocking these up, but why not? And I've got lots of level 2 support gems. They feel... I don't feel like... With the fact that your support gems are unique, I don't feel like there's enough support gems in the game. That's my hot take. It's possible that, you know, group 3 really makes it feel different, like there's more than enough, but it just feels like I literally have things where I'm like, I don't even know what to put in here. Nothing feels that good. Nothing even necessarily feels like it's worth making it cost more mana. So, it is a little weird to me that you can have empty support gem slots and not feel like there's enough simple things to add. So, I don't know. I do have a couple... I have one more Jeweler's Orb. So I'm kind of saving those because I don't have many of these. Which is how you get your 3rd gem slot. But I have 2 Inscribed Ultimatums. So we'll go work on those in a second, but let's see if we can beat the boss first. What am I doing? Not the waypoint. Yeah, I mean, resistances, of course, are important. Resistances are hard. They're one of those stats that weirdly gets better the more of it you have. So you kind of either have very little or you have a lot, and there's not much of a middle ground. It was the exact same in Diablo, particularly modded Diablo 2. Okay, yeah, Apophenia. Oh my god. Speaking of resistances, these guys have been wrecking my face because I have really bad cold resistance. I am to -10, and so the cold dudes are just wrecking my face. But yeah, I'll just go this way instead. So yeah, Ice Wall is just murdering these big dudes. So what's also interesting about Ice Wall is, I don't know what you call it, but there are certain enemies that are bigger, and the big bulky enemies, when you cast Ice Wall on them, it actually breaks the wall immediately. Usually 2 or 3 of the wall chunks, right? Like normally they just sit there, and if you cast it on a small enemy, it just pushes them out of the way. But on a big enemy, they immediately break. And so it just, basically Ice Wall is just a crazy damaging spell against big enemies. And the other strategy is Frost Bomb, drop a wall on top of it, and then it breaks all the wall pieces, and that deals a ton of damage. The other thing that I added is the support gem on Frost Bomb, that this is a level 2 one. Spell Echo. They echo, that's why you saw 2 explosions. Because it basically just echoes at the cost of a cast speed. And the echo even has more area of effect, because why not? So that's really strong for Frostbomb. Can I type deaths? 67 times.
Not yet.
I have seen the support gem that makes walls circular. I haven't tried it yet because I don't know if I want it. I mean, I probably should just try it, because I think Frostwall is the one that I have an empty slot on. I probably should try it out. I did see it, yeah. Now, I don't know what's going on. Why are meteors not happening? That made the boss fight even harder than it needed to be, because I wasn't getting my comet. Oh, it's just off. Why was that off? I don't know why that was off. Okay, well now you'll see Comet in all of its glory. It's really good on the big enemies too. Gosh, the poison is so ridiculous. Because on the big enemies, I'll cast the ice wall, which does a ton of damage, and then it freezes them, and then a comet gets dropped. Like that. It just insta-kill, insta-gib even the big boys. It's weird, like the big enemies are easier to kill than the little ones because of how ice wall works. Yeah, see that? It's nuts.
Not yet.
It's totally nuts. I love it. So yeah, I'm having a really good time with this skill build.
I need more time.
I think I don't love how late you get stuff like Comet. Like Comet's really cool. But it feels like it's kind of silly that you have to get 20 hours into the game to get a spell like that. I liked the way Diablo did it. Diablo 3. I don't know how Diablo 4 does it. Can't speak to that. The way Diablo 3 does it is you actually unlock all the spells, like the base spells earlier on, but then you continue getting the little, like, I don't remember what they're called, but basically the modifiers to spells. You continue getting those as you level up, past level 30. And so that's kind of a fun way because it feels like you get earlier access to at least try some stuff out, but then you continue getting ways to like refine and change your build as you level up. That's kind of how support gems are, but in this case, you're neither getting all the spells nor all the support gems at the beginning. And it's just kind of slow, you know, it's okay if a game wants to be slow, I guess. Act 3 is still early game, exactly. Like, that's what's weird about Path of Exile. But, you know, that's fine. It's meant to be a long journey. I did not install the loot filter, I forgot to try it out. I probably will eventually. Like, while it is helpful, I still think, and this isn't just me memeing, to some level it's kind of pointless, because there's just such a few amount of items, you just can see all of them and pick all of them up very easily already. This guy has, oh my god, what is going on? Why is he instantly healing all the damage I'm dealing to him? It must have been that aura, maybe there's another enemy here, I don't know. Get out of here. Oh. There we go. Well, I don't miss plus socket items because those have an icon on the thing. Oh, there's a fun glitch. That's new. Haven't seen that one before. But yeah, plus quality items I might be missing. Wow, what is glitching out? The whole screen is... something's weird. I've had issues... This thing is the source of the bugs. I've had screen flashes ever since that gateway opened. Whoa. 1,000. I don't know what these mushrooms are for, and I'm really annoyed by having them in my inventory. Maybe I should just drop them. I don't know. I got them from this zone. Oh, maybe I need them for that tent. That must have been... Is it for a permanent bonus, Apophenia? Or is it just like for a little, you know, like you get a random ring or rare item or something? I think all the permanent bonuses have a little cross next to them. So I don't think it's a permanent bonus. But I want to double check before I drop them. You think it unlocks store? Oh, damn it. Well, I guess we'll go do it then. Shoot, if they didn't make these icons so hard to see, I remember checking even, and somehow I didn't see the tent. Yeah, but I don't want to not have a store unlocked. So we'll go redo the Apex of Filth. One thing I'm really not digging is it's the combination of a few different things. So it's not one particular thing that I have a complaint about. It's more all of them put together has been really annoying pretty much throughout the entire playthrough, which is zones are huge. Which again, I'm not complaining about that specifically. There are ways that huge zones could be fine. Zones are huge. When you die, you go back to the waypoint or checkpoint, which might have been forever ago, and it respawns the entire zone. And on top of that, waypoints are placed in such a way that sometimes you have to juggle zones to keep them from disappearing so your map stays explored. Because maps don't stay explored. Even in the same play session, maps don't stay explored if you're gone for more than a few minutes. So with all of those things mixed together, there's some really annoying situations that I've run into. And again, it's like large zones could be fine if the map stayed explored during one play session and if the whole entire map didn't respawn when you died, you know, or everything respawning when you die could be fine if there was a better way to limit how far the run back is. You know, so there's things like that where a little tweak here or there could make the whole situation less annoying, but as it stands right now, there's some pretty annoying stuff going on with just the sheer size of zones. I think overall I'm a little bit down on the respawning. Some people are really mad about it. I don't know if I'm quite there, but I don't love it. It's fine half the time, and then I think the other half of the time it's just kind of annoying, and it never feels... I don't know, it never feels like, oh, that's a good challenge. It's more just annoying than anything else. So it feels like the downside is much bigger than the upside to me. In something like Dark Souls, enemies respawning is kind of fun because the run back is something you have to, like, you can get better at the run back, you know, like you figure out which enemies you can just sprint past and avoid, and you figure out faster ways to kill certain enemies on the way there, stuff like that. But the run back in this game is just killing trash mobs the same way you always do. So it's not particularly like an interesting thing that you can get faster at or better at. It's just like, well, I guess I gotta kill a bunch of trash mobs again to get back to wherever I was before. So yeah, I don't know. Also, Kevin, welcome. The game is feeling great up to the 4th stream. It has some issues, but it's in early access, so I think a lot of them will get better over time. And the core gameplay is just really fun, and the skills feel fun. It feels better than most ARPGs where you just spam one spell. It actually does feel like you have reasons to use one spell and then another spell, and like I really like that. I don't know how other classes are. I've only been playing this one class, but it's been really sweet so far. I think the biggest issues right now are just that like itemization is really crap. You basically get no upgrades. It's really hard to get upgrades. The ways that you have to like improve items are really rare. So it's not like you can just experiment with your orbs. You get a decent amount of the blue ones, but basically none of the yellow ones. Like I've literally gotten, I think, 7 exalted orbs in my entire playthrough so far, which is 7 affixes, most of which are going to be useless, right? Like in my last play session, I had a rare that had 3 affixes that was decent. I was like, okay, I'll try some exalts on this, and I popped them on. Literally, I can't remember. Well, I'm sorry. It was one item that needed 2 more. I popped both of those on, and both of them were melee related stuff, like more accuracy, and it was like more damage or something like that. And so it's just useless. It's like, okay, well that was pointless. I just threw those in the trash, you know, like. And that's obviously RNG is gonna RNG. I could have gotten lucky and it would have been really great. But the point is that in the entire campaign playthrough I've done so far, I've only gotten enough things to try messing with 3 items. 3. And I'd be better off just gambling to get random rares at that point than breaking down those rares. Yeah, it's just, it's a numbers game. The idea is fine, but the numbers are too small. PoE 1, you don't see an Exalt till you're done with the campaign. Well, and that's fine if there are other ways to get better items. It's more what I'm getting at is the idea is they don't give you enough materials to actually keep up with the constant enemy buffing of the campaign. And then if they made materials too common for the early game, then you have more materials than you should be having for the late game. So I think it's actually an issue of using the same materials at all stages of the game. I would like to see a mechanic that's more like, we have this crafting thing that works really well to help you keep up with the campaign, but it's less useful or not usable at all for the end game. I think that's how most ARPGs do it, and it works, right? Like, you can have items that you can craft on demand, deterministic crafting, so to speak, things like that, where, you know, you're just not... You're not able to balance the end game and the campaign with the exact same mechanics. It's just never going to work. And so I think having the orbs be something they're wanting players to use a lot of during the campaign is never really going to work, because you either have to give them too many orbs, which is then breaking the economy for endgame, or you have to give them not enough, which then means you can't keep up with the campaign. Making a good base item with quality and sockets. Yeah, I mean, that's nice, but like, that alone is a massive investment. You know, you need to destroy 10 socketed items to make one, right? And I don't see socketed items very often. So we're talking like this, it's, again, it's a numbers game. I don't mind the way that things work if you got more of it, more opportunities to get upgrades. Because the problem is you can make a good item, but then even that item is outdated before too long in the campaign. Because it's just the way campaigns progress. Like, you're supposed to level up relatively fast. Enemies are supposed to get harder relatively fast. So... Oh, you're saying magicify something with sockets already. Yeah, I think that's the thing I've failed to do, is... But even then, it's like, I haven't found many of the because most of the items I find as a caster, it's like, well, 1/3 of all armor that I find... No, sorry. 2/3 of all armor I find is unequipable already, because it's either the dexterity... No, it's even worse than that, because I don't have a hybrid build. If you're a pure int build, 1/6 of armor is the armor that you can actually equip. So when you're looking at stuff like that, it's kind of like, okay, yeah, the numbers need to be pretty big for you to find stuff that's actually going to be an upgrade. And again, I'm not actually complaining. I actually enjoy the crafting mechanic. I think it's actually pretty cool. I just don't think it works very well as the way to keep players caught up with the campaign progression. That's all I'm saying. As a crafting mechanic, I actually think it's pretty neat, and I'm excited to get more towards the end game. This is the boss that we already fought.
Not yet.
We are just cruising here, but I don't know where
I can't
to.
do that yet.
But yeah, all that being said, I think I've had an easier time than it sounds like a lot of people are. I don't know if that's because Ice Sorceress is just intrinsically pretty good, or if I've actually gotten somewhat lucky with the drops, or what, but I haven't felt like like, some people are talking about the game basically being, like, impossible or whatever, and I'm like, I haven't experienced that. I've experienced definitely feeling behind the whole time, which I don't love, but it hasn't been impossible. So I don't know if that's just been like, I stumbled upon a good build, or I've gotten decent drops, or what. So at least from my perspective, and this is only one playthrough, right? And every playthrough is going to experience a different power curve. Like, I could play a Cold Sorceress again and have a completely different experience because I get different drops and they suck more, and then everything feels harder, and then I feel like the game's harder. But it's like, well, the game isn't harder. I just got worse drops. So one interesting thing that nobody's talking about on Reddit or Discord is how every player is falling on a bell curve, and some players are falling on the high standard deviations of the bell curve, and some players are falling on the low standard deviations, and they're arguing with each other when they both they had a completely different experience, right? And it's like, you have to average it out. Some players are going to have an easier time than others simply because of the bell curve of drops and gearing. And that's not even getting into the bell curve of how good a player's build is combined with their skills and support gems and passives. That's a massive change. And so what I come back to then is, where's the midline of the campaign, right? Should the campaign be hard for 50% of people on the bell curve? For the bottom 30%? For the bottom 10%? Where should the campaign feel too hard? And I think it should have to do with the acts. Act 1 is way too hard. You should not have that hard of a time in Act 1, right? Like, you're gonna chase players away from the game by that alone. Like, it should be pretty easy, even with crappy gear, to go through Act 1. I think the difficulty that Act 1 had is fine for something like Act 3. That feels fine, because by then, like, you've played for a lot of hours, you're learning the game, it's okay to kind of force the player to rethink their skill tree if they're not doing very well. But like, Act 1 shouldn't be totally bodying people. I don't think that's great. So I think some of it is just like rebalancing the curve of the difficulty. I don't think having the players get bodied here and there is a bad thing, but I don't know if it should happen that much in Act 1 for the percentage of people it's happening to. It's not like 5% of people are having a bad time in Act 1. It's like a lot of people are having a bad time in Act 1. So that feels a little bit much. But again, like, I actually think the tweaks they need to make are pretty small. I think a little bit of, you know, some changes here or there are going to help a lot to make the game feel really good. So I think it's pretty close. You know, there are people on Reddit that are just dooming and being like, oh my god, like, this game is literally unfixable, it's terrible, there's nothing they can do, it's a core design issue. And it's like, no, if enemies had a little bit less health and a little bit less damage, and you found gear upgrades a little bit more frequently, you would probably not even be here complaining. You'd just be playing the game and having a good time. You plan on doing your second character also as SSF and not even using the stash, just so you can have another first experience? Yeah, that's definitely an interesting way to get, like, data on, like, what you think about the game. It definitely is also something I would want to do, because half the fun of these games for me is, like, farming for my other characters. I really enjoy that. It feels really good when you start a second character and you have tons of gold already. I love that.
What do you need?
Alright, what do we got here? So, and again, I don't know, I can't prove this, I am just a noob after all, but I'm thinking that you are better off selling than disenchanting both rares and uncommons. Because I think gambling is more likely to get you a good roll. Like, if you sell 10 rare items, you'll be able to gamble, you know, 2 or 3 items for that, instead of getting 1 regal orb. And a regal orb is the only thing you can actually craft. You can't craft, and by craft I mean disenchant things into them. Like, you can't get exalts. And so a regal orb is just 1 affix. 1 affix, 1 time, or you could roll 3 entirely new items. You know, and to me at least, I've had better luck gambling than rolling 1 regal orb and getting super lucky. So I think selling is better. You know, once in a while you need a regal because you get the perfect magic item, and so, like, if you have no regals, like, yeah, you want 1 or 2 or whatever, just so that you can do what you need to do with the items you have. But I think gambling and just buying stuff from vendors. And that's another thing that I don't know how I feel about it, but it is certainly true. is you need to be constantly checking vendors every single time you level up. Like we just leveled up, I need to check all the vendors because that's when they get their new items. And I mean, I found this at a vendor, right? The best staff I've seen in the game so far was just from a vendor. So if you're just ignoring vendors, you're gonna have a bad time as well. Like my armor right now came from a vendor. It actually came from a vendor as a magic, and I did use a Regal and an Exalt on it. It started with just the plus energy shield and plus intelligence. And I was like, ooh, that's pretty good. And we got lucky and got some maximum life out of it with one of our orbs. So like, certainly, you know, things are working. I watched, you know, the Ziggy video, Dave, that you posted, and he's like, if you use all of these systems together, you can keep up with the campaign. And it's like, that's just where I disagree. Like, I think all the systems work together pretty well. I like that you're encouraged to search vendors and to gamble and to do the crafting. Like, I like that. It's nice that it's not just all one or all the other. I just think all of them need a little bit of a boost, right? Whether it's even just more gold means you can afford to disenchant things instead of sell them more often, and then you have more orbs. Or maybe it's more gold so that you can gamble more, or maybe it's slightly higher disenchant rates on the socket items and the quality items, so you don't have to break down quite as many of them. But again, some of those changes are going to mess with the end game balance, which is why I kind of come back to this idea of like, you need systems that aren't just the crafting ones, because that is also messing with the end game economy. So systems like purchasing from vendors and gambling are better to buff for campaign progression, because then you're not going to break the end game economy if it's just cheaper to buy items from vendors or cheaper to gamble. Like, that change alone would help campaign progression without breaking end game economy, because you can always make it a cost curve, you know, like maybe from level 1 to 20, you know, gambling is 80% cheaper and vendors are 80% cheaper. From level, you know, 20 to 40, they're 50% cheaper, and then from 40 to 60, they're 20% cheaper, and then from there on, they're not cheaper at all. And so it's like, and you could make it a smooth curve or whatever. I'm just making crap up. My point is just that that would be something that could help you keep up with the campaign that they could do. Is this good? Energy shield, cold resistance, life. No. Huh. This is tempting. It's an upgrade to energy shield, and crit chance is pretty decent. I don't have a crit build though, so it's not really that great. Like, it's more just like generic damage help than it is anything else. But that being said, missing out on the rarity of items found and lightning resistance. What do you guys think? And then of course I could buy it and slam my orbs on it, but it's like, you only get to slam your orbs on like one item every 5 hours. You know, it's not something you can do very often. I don't know. I don't think it's an upgrade. I think I want the rarity. Not to mention lightning resistance. 19% lightning resistance is a lot. Alright. Back we go. I didn't check all the vendors. No. Just kidding. We gotta go back. One more time. Yeah, and life is good too. Obviously, I'm more of an energy shield build than a life build, but life is good. I didn't check you. Do you have any staves for me? 10,000? That's so expensive. I mean, I could afford it, but... Ooh, that's a lot of things. Wow. Wow. Oh my gosh. If you were... Whoa. I almost want to buy this just to have it. If you were a combo build... like, you know, a sorceress that was intentionally using all 3 elements, and there are passive tree skills that like help out with that and stuff, this would be so good, because then your fire skills are going to deal all 3 types of damage, and it gives +2 to fire skills. I'm gonna buy this just because it's cool. I'm not gonna change my build around it or anything right now. That would take me forever to try to make that build, but I just think that's a cool item. I can always use it on a future character. Or on this... Well, it probably won't be good by the time I'd want to use it on this character.
It's ahead.
Alright, and then sell that, and then isn't there one more vendor? No, there's just a gambling lady, I guess. And you guys are telling me that I'm about to unlock the other vendor, actually. Life is pretty important in PoE, because when you die... Yeah, honestly, that is true as well. Getting one-shot sucks, and when you survive with 5 life, you survived. So that life that stuff adds does become important. You know what I wish? Is that the game had more information when you do get one-shot. I wish it told you how much you got one-shot by.
I need more time.
Like it pops up a little window with like what dealt damage to you and how much damage it dealt. But I'm just a little data monkey. I love data. I realize a lot of players wouldn't care about that, or they don't want it. Alright, well, I don't really know where I'm going, but, you know, I'm just killing stuff and having fun, so that's all good. Watching Comet fall on stuff is fun. I'm enjoying that. Sometimes I block myself in. I mean, stuff can just attack me and then a comet falls on it because it... Oh. Wait, no. I lied. That's not true. Oh, I just used a mana potion instead of a health potion. That's... And this is where, like... Oh my god, like... Why does everything respawn? This is where it starts to frustrate me. Oh my goodness. I'm wondering if I should go back to the waypoint and try exploring from there. I don't know. A death replay would be nice too, Dave. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, stuff just respawning on death. It's not the whole map. I think the whole map is an issue. I don't think the idea is a dead idea and they need to scrap it all the way. But I think respawning the entire map, no matter why you die, like, it just feels really weird that you died to random white trash mobs and then the entire map respawns. You know, it feels more hardcore than many ARPG, than any ARPG is. You know, not literally hardcore like you lose your character, but it's just like, oh my gosh, I just died to some random white mobs and you're gonna make me redo the entire map? That feels a bit much. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, I don't know how they could tweak it so that it wouldn't be too much, but it would still be kind of punishing. I don't know what that balance is. Jeez, man, just stop dying to white mobs. Yeah, skill issue. Right, just don't die. Ah, what am I trying to do? Turn off. You think that's exactly the point? The point isn't the challenge, though. The point is that they've turned death into a far costlier thing than maybe it should be for what players actually enjoy, right? Because, like, you're gonna die in these games. It's supposed to happen. I like games where it's hard enough that you do die. But the problem is if the punishment for death is really massive on top of causing you to die a lot, then it starts to feel like it's stacking up in a pattern of gameplay that some people just don't love. Like, there's reasons people don't play it on hardcore. There's reasons people sometimes turn their game on easy. It's the idea that, like, with ARPGs, what's always been true is that even if you're not a great player skill-wise, you can keep banging your head against the wall and you'll get somewhere eventually, right? You know, apart from, like, boss fights where you gotta do it. But at least, like, okay, I killed a few trash mobs, I died again. Okay, well, now I got a little further. You know, there's something about the, like, persistence being rewarded and stuff, but when everything respawns, it's like, oh, this is an area where the trash mobs have a medium chance to kill me, and now I basically just have to play perfectly through the entire zone in one run. And now it's feeling like a really hard level in Mario Maker or something, where, like, I'm a speedrunner and I gotta do it all exactly right or I have to restart the whole thing. And so I think mechanically it's very different than what a lot of ARPG players both are used to and maybe even enjoy. So I just think the punishment's a little too big. I like that it's challenging. I like that you die sometimes. I think the punishment's a little too big. The other problem is that sometimes it's not a punishment at all because you just had a checkpoint. Right? So, like, the checkpoints are nice. They do what they're supposed to be doing. The problem is it's random when you get them, and sometimes you get them, you know, and then you go exploring, and you're 5 million light years away from it, the checkpoint where you die. So, yeah, Apophenia, that's exactly what I was saying earlier. The huge zone size plays into part of this problem, but I actually like that zones are big, and that would be fine without these other issues. So it's like there's a mixture of things that all together are playing out in kind of a feel bad way, and I think one or more of them needs to be a little tweaked. I think one thing that could be good is time-based checkpoints. Like if you haven't had a checkpoint for so long, they would just drop one onto your player location. I know that, and they could make it work slightly differently than that, but something of that effect where, like, when you're exploring a map, if you haven't had a checkpoint for over 5 minutes, they spot you one. Because they already have checkpoints before the boss fights. That's good, and that's already done. So it's not like it would be exploitable that you could get an extra checkpoint before a boss fight. So in that sense, it feels like just giving the player a freebie checkpoint once in a while could be good. Being able to teleport between checkpoints and waypoints, that would be really nice, for sure. I agree with that. Alright, I do not know where this area is, but we're having a heck of a time finding it. I mean, where haven't I gone? I've covered... Oh, it's probably up in the very top there. I bet it is. This is the other thing with no teleport movement speeds, you know, like leap or teleport or sprint or whatever. It's kind of annoying to just travel long distances in this game. Again, comparing to other ARPGs. You also have nothing to do. I know this sounds weird, but one reason that skills like sprint or, you know, leap or teleport can be kind of fun is it gives you something to click when you're running long distances. You know, you click it on cooldown, 5-second cooldown, you click it again. Like, it's not overall increasing your movement rate by that much, but it gives you something to do while you're traveling, which is, I think, an underappreciated benefit.
I need more time.
Ooh, 2 things to pick up. Nice.
Not yet.
It really is the last place you look, which is both literally true, but also ironically true. Okay. Hopefully, and we have 3 colors of mushroom. I assume that's all of them. Unless there's like a secret black mushroom or something. Just keep looking afterward to be contrary. No thanks, I'm good. Alright, checkpoint. Here it is. Alright. The nice lady wants her mushrooms. Wait, what?
Let's see what knowledge you possess.
What happened to my red mushroom? What the fudge? Oh, I put one in. Oh my god, okay, thank you. That was not clear. That was not clear at all.
Thank you.
I just assumed you'd click once and it would put all 3 in. Alright, you got anything good for me? Ooh. I mean, the problem is, what's gonna be better than +3 to all cold spells, and spell damage, and mana, and even mana regen? Like, this is just so good. I would be very hard pressed to find a combo of a focus and a wand that's better. Now this, on the other hand, 8 mana per enemy killed. That, I lose lightning resistance, but I think that's pretty good. Alright. Now, when you guys said it unlocked a vendor, I thought you meant there would now be a new vendor in town, like they would come back with me. Not a one-time vendor visit. So that's a little bit of a bummer. If I had known it was a one-time visit, I probably would have gone. Did I look at this ring? Yeah, that's fine. That's no better. Just keeping all the jewelry because I can. Alright. Now just die to the trial chaos. I really want to finish the, or at least attempt the campaign part first. Okay, so there is a blood sacrifice, peculiar fortunes, and undamaged core. Oh, there's still another zone after that. Guess we'll see how much more there is to this. Yeah, maybe it does go on. Maybe I should try the... For whatever reason, I thought that was the final boss. Alright, fine. You got me. You got me. We'll try the trial. Now, I am over leveled for it, so that's gonna help. My first inscribed ultimatum was area level 38. So I might actually not die. But I have no idea how any of this works, so let's go find out. It's also annoying you can't put these in your stash. I don't understand the reason for that, but it's annoying because you just kind of have to hold on to them until you deal with them. Where's the zone? That one? Oh, Oh, because it's a quest item. I see. I get it. So I could put this one in there. Yeah. Okay. And I will.
That rejected her destiny comes to forge another.
Okay. Wait, what?
A woman that rejected her destiny comes to forge another.
All right, let's see what this is. Now, am I gonna get 2 more ascendancy points by doing this, or is this just an alternative to get my first 2? I don't actually understand. That feels doable.
Descends.
Lightning storms. Okay, I don't know what's happening, but that's fine.
Not yet.
Okay, so I'm just supposed to kill stuff? Easy enough. I'm good at killing stuff. So he says.
I can't do that yet. Didn't break a sweat.
Okay, don't stand in those. For what it's worth, Cruel seems like it's got more dense monsters and drops. Well, that sounds nice. If indeed it is true. Where are the monsters? Hello? Oh, there's an area over here.
I need more time.
Get wrecked. The comments are just insane. Was that it? Oh yeah, proceed to the next room. So wait, I don't understand the 4. Does this mean I can do trials 4 times? Because the item that I put in had 4 listed. What does that mean exactly? It means you have to do 4 rooms. Ah. What happens if... I was under the impression this was a I can stop whenever I want situation.
We are only getting started.
There's no... maybe I don't understand. That seems fine. Just means I take a little bit more damage. My resistances are low-ish, which actually means that that's not as big of a damage increase that I take as if I had high resistances. Okay, so you have to do all of them without dying if you want the ascendancy. Okay. Now, can I just complain for a minute? I know it's EA, so I like, this is very much the kind of thing that often gets added, you know, before launch and during EA. But, like, the game has communicated 0 of this to me. The game is not telling me, if you complete these 4 trials without dying, you'll get 2 more ascendancy points. Why is it not telling me that? Like, I shouldn't have to be Googling that. Like, this is very much, it's just like telling me to do the challenge. That's the only thing the game is leading me to do. It's just like, hey, do the trial master. And it's not even telling me, like, why I would do it, what happens when I do it, what are the rewards, what do you need to do to get the rewards. Like, that's really bad. And I get, okay, yeah, PoE 1 was maybe bad for it, but I was under the impression they were trying to fix all the bad things about PoE 1 and make it the perfect game for ARPGs. You know, the true evolution of ARPGs into the next generation. And like, there's a lot of ways that they're not really doing that as far as I can tell. Like, it seems like it's got a lot of issues that other ARPGs have. And not telling me what the heck I'm gonna get for doing this and why I'm doing this is definitely one of them. So like, I'm not super bothered by it because I don't have the like, you know, PoE 1 history and stuff. And I wasn't going in with expectations that it would be the perfect game. I just feel like, whether it's other people or even the way GGG is communicated, I feel like they haven't quite lived up to some of their own design direction that they've communicated in the interviews, where it's like, okay, you clearly say you care about these things, but like, you know, I don't know. There have just been some times where I've been like, I don't know if they've quite succeeded in all the ways that they're wanting to. It is still EA, of course, so there's lots that can be improved. And a little quest pop up to tell you that you'll get your 2 ascendancy points is very easy to add. So. Yeah, and like, obviously, like, for those who are used to PoE 1, it's nothing new. But like, again, this is PoE 2. It's supposed to be better. It's supposed to fix the problems PoE 1 had. So, things that might be not that bad to get used to, that doesn't make them acceptable for PoE 2, so to say.
This is just a warm-up.
So is this going to kick me out after 4 rooms? Or could I go further than 4 rooms? Is it just 4 minimum? These all seem bad. Ugh, resistant monsters is so much. I do have some penetration though, which means that helps. I'm gonna do it. I mean, I'm already wiping the floor with the monsters, so if they have twice as much health, it's fine. Collect all the soul cores. Flip the switch for reasons I don't know. Oh! Ha! That's funny.
Not yet. Grow cold.
Oh, got stuck on a monster. Taking a lot of damage from something. I don't really know what. I really don't like that these red... What is hurting me? I don't like that these red things don't show up very clearly above the,
I can't do that yet.
The soul core does damage over time. Oh, that's wonderfully explained.
It was not to be.
I'm so confused. Partly because I don't know what I'm doing. Alright. Cool. What's up, Starfield? We are working on the Trial Master thing. Oh, I screwed it up by flipping the lever.
I will never tire of your struggles.
Yeah, something felt weird about that. I don't know what just happened, but... Because it
Let's not make a habit of
kind of just seemed like infinite monsters were there. Okay, the lightning storm feels doable. I'll do that one again. Yeah. Move on with your life. Let me kill stuff.
I can't do that yet. Not yet. Implode!
Now, did I keep the items? No. Bummer.
I need more time. Victory is mine.
Hey, we got Exalt.
Power in this object.
Exalted Orb, baby. The graveyard fight, if you kill one boss, does it show up anymore in the other fight? Yeah, they both show up as a spirit in the other person's fight. I think regardless of the order you do it. Oh. Hey, we should spend our skill point. I have no memory of what we were spending skill points on. Oh yeah, I wanted this one back. For more mana regen. That's what. Look at those, like, dress physics, though. That's impressive. I mean, look at that. Like, that's pretty realistic. Honestly, very impressed. I mean, even like, you know, moving around, like it looks pretty close to what it would actually look like. Grant no flask and charm charges on death. So that would mean I'd have no more flasks for the rest of the run. That sounds awful. These are all awful. God, these are terrible. Like, these aren't just like little buffs. These are like, this thing by itself makes the game potentially feel impossible. Alright. This ain't easy.
Survive.
I can't do that yet. I need more time.
I will say that I don't love the massive amount of RNG required for both this and the other one. Like, they're both very RNG heavy. I don't know if I like that for the Ascendancy stuff. It feels like what you do to get your Ascendancy points should be not super RNG based, but then if you want to farm these for items and glory and experience later, that's fine if it's RNG based. Like that I don't really get bothered by. But to get your Ascendancy points feels far more mandatory and therefore should have less RNG. Yeah, everyone's making jokes about lab, but I don't know what lab is. I feel like it was something people hated, and now they want it back because they hate the new options more. Excuse me. Jesus, he has a lot of help. Alright, is that it? See, this is more the amount of items that I feel like you expect to get. You know, this was like a decent number. Not so many it's annoying, but enough that it actually feels like I got some item drops from that room. Lab was just the old way to get Ascendancy. Yeah, but people hated it. A labyrinth with traps and a 3-part boss fight. Yeah, that sounds rough. Alright. What do we got? Stormcrawler 2, escalating damage taken. That would destroy me. Also, I don't know. These are just so random. Like, that's that's gonna absolutely destroy some builds and not even matter for other builds. And that feels... It feels less interesting to me because then you're really... I don't know. You're really punished for just having certain builds. Whereas if you were like a melee character who didn't rely on AoE that much, boom, you pick this, doesn't even matter. I don't know. That just feels weird. That feels like a weird... These ones are like everybody's gonna be affected, but that one feels weird. I'll just keep going with the storm color runes.
Strikes twice. Follow the path.
Well, Dave, I more mean that it's an option that heavily is build dependent, like too heavily build dependent. Whereas the other ones are like, oh, you take more damage, you know, or you gotta avoid these runes. Where it's like, okay, everybody's gonna... I mean, always melee and range are gonna have some differences, but for the most part, it's like everybody's gonna have a similar time having to avoid the runes and stuff. Oh wait, I'm supposed to be doing something. This is, Overwatch. Gotta escort the bomb. Why did enemies stop spawning? Oh, there we go.
I can't do that yet.
Everybody knows people love escort quests. At least the thing can't die. If the stone could die, that would be rage inducing. Yeah, Sean, that's kind of exactly what I'm getting at. I mean, I didn't finish my thought, but basically what you would do is you'd make a build that can essentially avoid struggling with as many of the modifiers as possible. And that's really gaming the system. Which again, like for in-game stuff, like there's always going to be systems to game. That's kind of the fun of it in some ways. But I think,
I need more time.
you know, there's a balance, of course. And the ideal solution would feel a little bit like you could run any build with them. Wait. So if you fail with the non-quest version of the stones, you don't get to retry. I left 118 gold on the ground. That's not worth going back. I'm rich. Oh, I didn't know. I thought once you have a stone, you could keep trying that stone until you beat it. Interesting. Oh, there is a well. Okay. So even if I had taken the drought, I would have gotten this. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can do it. That one feels fine too. What do we got? Trial number 4. What are you? Oh, a boss?
This
Will
has
this
seen
creature
better days.
be your end?
Okay. Let's see. I forgot how to play. Cast the exposure on you, cast the resistance things on you. I've been slowed by something. There's a mini boss. Okay. What? It just doesn't stop.
I can't.
How are you supposed to dodge that if it just follows you for 3 hours? I got really lucky on that one by not dying. Oh my.
Feel the kill.
Okay. I have no earthly idea what you're supposed to do. I mean, I guess if you're running full speed away from it, it might not hit you. The whole time, like you just have to stay on the move the whole time. Oh, do I have to close and open it again?
Challenger returns.
I mean, I almost killed it. I just that one particular move is one that I need to.
There are many ways to improve your chances of victory.
The cowardly. Will I fight the same boss every time? Like, did you all fight this bird boss? I wonder how bad stalking shade is. This one is very dependent on how fast it is and how quick its attack is and stuff. There are at least 3 possible bosses. Oh. So I might get a different one this time? Or is it like, it's locked in based on the stone, and when the stone drops, it's already picked what boss you're gonna face? You really have to freeze the game, Mr. Trial Master? Alright, so this one's always easy, it's just kill everything, as far as I can tell.
I had hoped for a longer series of victories.
Really easy, huh? The game just decided to laugh at me on that. You guys didn't see that. Purge the tapes. Purge the tapes.
Have you not learned anything from your previous losses?
Hey, shut up. Monsters cannot be slowed or stunned. Does freezing count as stun, or is that a different thing? No, freezing is different. Slowed, though... Is slow different, or does chill slow? Chill is slow, right? So I wouldn't be able to chill them, but I would be able to freeze them. Am I understanding that correctly? Rings of Doom. Yeah, whatever.
Unrelenting and unyielding determination.
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I like this a lot better than the other one because there's only 4 of them. I really didn't like how long the freaking, like, labyrinth... I'm calling it labyrinth now because that's the other thing. What's the other one called? Not Trials. 'Cause this is Trials. I can't remember. But whatever the other one was called, I just didn't like how long it was, and if you die to the boss, it's like a 5-ever run back. And I just didn't like... That's not fun for me. Because it was... Yeah, it's one of those things where it's either easy, in which case the run back is annoying and boring, or they're not easy, in which case it feels really, really hard to do it all in a row without dying. And either way, you have feel-bads. There's no version where it's like, hey, this is hard, but I kept at it and got there eventually. It's like, no, you're relying on the RNG to work out so you can get through eventually. So really the best way to do it is just wait until it's so easy that it's a joke, in which case, if you die on the boss, well, the whole run back's really annoying. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if I'm sold on these mechanics. And given how many people complain about these mechanics, I feel like there's something about them that isn't quite right. They're both trials. This is the Trial of Chaos. The other one is the Trial of the Sekima. Thank you. Sekima is the word I was looking for. I do like the rewards from this one better, though. This, for whatever reason, the one with the keys and the, I don't know. The little roguelike thing didn't do it for me. Increased skill speed. Reduced life, mana, and energy shield recovery rate. Yikes. Deadly volatiles? Sure.
Yet chase after you.
That'll make the boss not super challenging. Because there's the boss doesn't have ads. Well, if I get the same boss.
I need more time.
Storm rune.
Not yet.
Oh. They chase me? Okay, I thought they were just gonna leave bombs that blew up when they die. And they chase me for this long? What is going on? Why is that not disappearing? Is this a bug? Does it chase me forever? Do I have to kill it? What is happening? I'm so confused. Oh, okay. I thought they would just run into me and damage me. Okay, that makes sense. Gosh. I am just absolutely demolishing stuff, yeah, from a damage perspective. So that's kind of nice. Grab that support gem before I die. Alright. Was that number 3? I wish it told me what room I was in. I don't remember what room I'm in. Yeah, if the frost was helping, then that's doubly nice. I couldn't tell if
We
it
are
was
only
enough.
getting started.
Oh, that was only room 2. So there's the one that you said destroyed you. I think reduced resistances is still the way to go. Cause look, my resistances are small enough that this doesn't have as big of an impact. If you had 75% everything, then what this would do is it would take you from taking 25 damage, 25% of the damage, to 40, right? That's insane. Like, you take so much more damage. But when you have fairly low resistances, it's basically saying you just take 15% more damage, which, yeah, it's more damage, but compared to the other nerfs that they have, this is nothing. Oh boy, the escort quest. Protect me. Oh my. What the heck? I think something bugged out. That was weird. Or is that normal? They literally just run you across the entire map.
I can't do that yet.
Transmutation. Come on, buddy.
I can't do that yet.
I love Ice Wall.
Not yet.
Being able to use it for both damage and defensively is just so satisfying. Right. Almost there. Rename this game Path of Icicle. That's what I'm doing. Alright, boss fight. Let's do this.
Don't give up so early.
Deadly lightning storms, added chaos damage, or further reduced elemental. Problem is I don't know what damage the boss deals. What is a soul core? +5 all res? Nice. I would love that. Sita Qualatl. Sita Qualatl? Sita Qualatl?
The elements
Whatever.
spur you.
Wait. Where's the boss?
A
Oh,
testament
there's the
to
boss.
all engineering. The Chimera.
This is a much different arena than before.
Feel the chill. Not yet.
Okay. You gonna do what that other Chimera guy did and do like a where did he go? Come out, wherever you are. Are we bugged? Oh, there he is. Okay. Wow.
I need more time.
I know you're up there. I can see dirt crumbling. But I can't run up and click on you. And there's poison in the way.
I need more time. Not yet.
Gosh, this is the kind of fight where I'm like, did they forget that people play melee characters? Like your ability to deal damage to the Chimera, you know, from a distance is just so pivotally different in this fight. Oh god, that almost killed me. I just can't imagine playing melee. I think something that, was it Diablo 3 did, is just melee characters take 50% less damage. Just flat out. Like that was just a core gameplay balance thing that they did. And I feel like that actually was a really good move. Because you are always, oh my gosh. You're always going to take a lot more damage as a melee character. It's kind of unavoidable. And so you need more default survivability to compensate. Alright, let the poison disappear.
I can't do that yet.
And dodge the lightning. Try to anyway.
I can't do that yet.
Ah, why do you have to fly up one more time?
I can't do that yet.
There we go. Nice. A Vol Orb. Ooh. Cool.
I have no space for that.
Fine, I'll leave it. What'd we get? Give me my stuff. Alright, well, we have some selling to do. I can come back here, right?
I must travel light.
Be careful with Vol Orbs. I mean, modifies an item unpredictably and corrupts it is a pretty big warning symbol, I think. Is that better? 10 out of 95, 7 out of 75. No, that's worse because that has 10, that has 9.5 charges. Well, that has almost 11 charges for only 5 more mana. Alright. Alright, we need new stacks for things. So this one, when it says number of trials, that means this would also be one where I would fight the boss in the 4th room, but there are other ones that will have a different number there. Is that what that is saying? Oh, what's this? Ooh,
Hey, boss, get down from there.
it's corrupted. Is that better than that other one I had? I mean, I'd get it 5 levels sooner, so it'll be for the same character. Alright, now I gotta go back to grab that last item. And then...
A trial well completed. Approach the altar and claim your reward.
Woo! All damage from hits contributes to chill magnitude. That doesn't actually seem that good because I already have that. All my damage is cold damage, so it already contributes to chill magnitude. So I could go for survivability this way. We could go for increased exposure effect, which mainly I use on rares. I use my curse on rares and on bosses. And then we could go here. Elemental Storm on critical hit. I don't have a crit build at all. But this seems like this could be pretty good too. What is that? 10% cast speed and 20% regen? Yeah, that's pretty nice. I don't know what to do. I'm gonna go with... It's one of these three. One of these three. Arcane Surge. 10% cast speed is just so attractive. But at the same time, this is like free damage without having to do anything extra. This, even though it's more cast speed, but like it still leaves all the damage relying on me clicking all the buttons, whereas this is like, hey, you click a button and you might get free damage out of it. I like free stuff. I like stuff happening when other stuff happens. So we'll try that for now. Alright, we did it! Our first trial master! Huzzah. And now we shall go continue on Act 3. After a restroom break.
Hey, boss, stop fooling around.
See you later, Epiphania. What's this? This should go in here. Oh yeah, I found this focus, which is pretty dope. Look at that, +1 to all spell skills. And a crit damage bonus, and mana. And increased energy shield, and 16 to mana. It's a really good focus. But I have this, so I don't think it's worth it. Unless I found a wand that also had like +3 or +2 cold and some other good bonuses. But should I sell this or keep it? What is? So I just can't modify it is all that means. Yeah, I'll just, whatever, I'll sell it.
Keep your eyes shut.
Alright, I'll be back in just a minute. Can you guys stretch your legs, get some water?
Hey, boss, stop fooling around. Hey, boss, don't play on us.
Hey Alex, thanks for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Alright, let's do this. So we pop in here. And then we go to the waypoint. And now we gotta work our way through Agarat. And now we have storms that will attack our enemies. Oh, there's one. Oh, cool. Yeah, I don't know how often I actually crit, but I'm sure it will happen. Oh, thank you. Find the black chambers.
I need more time.
Get wrecked. Another skill gem. You know, I already have another one of these too. The real question is, do I want Comet on top of having Comet. It doesn't have a cooldown, so I could. Or I could level up my hypothermia to 11, which seems decent. But let's grab it. Why not? I just don't know time-wise if it's gonna do more damage. I guess I don't know. I don't know rotations. There's a world where it's still better. It's just so slow to cast.
I can't do that yet.
It is cool though. It does do a lot of damage. Oh my god. Oh, and I can give it support gems. Right, that's the whole thing. Alright, maybe it's good. Can be exchanged with Oswald in the Ziggurat tournament. Okay. And let's see what support gems to put in our... This is so annoying that you have to like walk through to go to town. I don't know why it can't just send you to town. Gosh, these visual glitches. They give me a seizure. So wait, what am I supposed to do?
Hey, she's sounding. Why didn't they just activate it this time?
When it says can be exchanged, does it literally just mean I'm supposed to sell it?
I don't know.
I think that's what that means, because you normally can't sell a quest item. So that was just, I found 1500 gold. That was it. Okay. That is less exciting than I thought. Alright, let's see what we got for Comet here. Inevitable critical. That seems decent. I guess a way to trade gold. That was a quest item, Dave. You can't trade quest items, right? Penetrates cold resistance is always nice. Echo would be good if we weren't already using it on Frostbomb. That doesn't seem good. This could be good. Slightly less cast speed, so it'll take... Oh, you know what? This actually might be good. Because that 10% might only affect the 1 second base time and not the 1 second bonus time. So it won't be that much longer, and 25% more damage. And then cold penetration is probably the other one I should do. Just because we can, until we need something else. So if we look at this, the cast time is at 2.1. Doesn't even tell me. It's 2.04, and if we take this out, it's 1.92. So it's adding 0.12. Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, back we go. Back we go.
Get back!
Oh, they just interrupted me. Interesting. probably going to be pretty confusing watching me play, because you're not going to know. Wait, did he cast that comet? Or did it get triggered? You can tell when I'm casting comet, though, because I do that little jump. Dead end. The level design, man. I mean, they must have done this on purpose. It's hard to not feel like it's bad design. There's so many maps I've run into in this game where it's just like, oh my god, it's just dead end after dead end after dead end, and you have to backtrack. And there's no rewards at the end of these dead ends. The sound just glitched out. What the heck? No? OBS is fine. Yeah, something's weird with the game. I don't know what's going on. Let me try going to town. Trigger a load screen, maybe that'll fix it. Nope. Huh. Well, that's fun. Let me exit the game real quick, fire it back up. See if that fixes it. That was a new bug. I hadn't had that one happen before. Okay, we're back. We're so back.
Not yet.
Also, this is totally random, but I remember in someone's video before PoE 2 is out, I remember someone saying like, okay, that's a wall. That does not look like a wall, but that is a wall that you cannot walk through, that I stuck on. Benches. Someone was talking about the idea of having a training dummy to like test your DPS on. And then someone else was like, no, that's useless, like it wouldn't serve any purpose because everything you fight in PoE is so different. And it's like, no, it would be useful to just have a frame of reference to attack something and be able to see your DPS output over, you know, a period of time. So you can just try out your rotations and see, okay, does rotation 1 or rotation 2 end up dealing more damage? You know, is it better to... And like, yeah, there are going to be situations where it won't do the same thing it would as an actual combat, but it'll at least give you a frame of reference for like a lot of things. You know, and you could have a few different ones. There could be a room full of training dummies where there's like 10 different dummies. There's one where there's 3 dummies next to each other, so you can test how AoE DPS looks. There's one where there's a big dummy, so that like, you know, things like ice crystals would break on it, because that's going to be a different type of DPS. There could be, and yeah, you're not going to get every single possibility, but even with just one dummy, that would be very helpful. And you could even do more than that too. So I do think people are, I don't know what they're thinking when they say training dummies wouldn't help or wouldn't work. I think they would be very helpful. Oh my god. We just got ranged. They all had blow darts or whatever. And I died real fast. Yeah, the problem with Meteor is it's so slow. Or Comet. Meteor. There is no Meteor. Yeah, these axe throwers are getting the best of me here. I'm just gonna go this way and see what happens. Cast Ice Wall, cast Frost Bomb, move on with my life. Throw a Frost Nova in there for good measure. At this point, I'm moving away from using Frostbolt. It's way too slow to cast it and then it's still useful once in a while though. When there's like a pack of frozen enemies like that, if they weren't already dead from Comet, then that can be really useful. Comet just melts them. Make a wall here to try to increase my survivability. Did we do it? Are they all dead? Rejoice! For you too shall live under the tyranny of these awful people and be able to sacrifice your blood, literally.
Need more time.
What a joy. Oh, and here's the checkpoint, of course. Trail of Sacrifice. Those with warmth in their hearts give willingly to the queen. Oh my. That's a lot of bodies. That is just a river of blood. It's fine. That's normal. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Got a call about some tutoring stuff. Okay, so we are continuing on. Trying to find Agarat. Farm up the noobs. The noob harvest. The noobs who haven't already been harvested by their queen, that is. Seems like is not most of them. Oh my, that's a lot of damage that I just started taking. Wow.
I can't do that yet.
One thing I have some light complaints about, it's not, like some of it is just a get good thing, so it's not the biggest, but I find it really hard sometimes being a frost mage to tell where the enemy's area of effect stuff is going on, because my cold stuff is everywhere and creating all these shards and all the fog and the mist, and I can't see that an enemy has like a pool of damaging acid underneath my feet. So I wish those were highlighted a little bit better and they were drawn on top of my skills a little bit more. Because visibility seems pretty poor sometimes. And I do think some of it has to do with the class that I'm playing, but at the same time, it's like, I need to be able to see if something's killing me. So. Yeah. Alright, let's not run into stuff while I have my hand. Alright. Oh, I love this build.
I need more time.
I'm excited to try, you know, other builds of the sorceress, but I'm really digging this one so far.
I can't do that yet. Die,
Oh no, that one's not special. That is not a special orb. Alright, can we find the end of this zone, or will the end of time happen first? Alright, there we go.
not yet.
These zones are pretty huge. I don't know if they should be this huge. Then again, if they added more checkpoints or, you know, a few other things were a little different, it wouldn't really be that annoying. So in that sense, it's fine. I think the annoyance is that you have to redo entire zones if you don't do the special features right away. I think that part's a little frustrating because they're sold to you as these optional things, but it's like, well, if I don't do it now, then I'm gonna have to redo the entire zone to find that optional thing later.
The Val also had brutal traditions.
And that can be... Oh, I need a sacrificial heart. Oh, wait. Are you the... On the map it says blood. Okay. I think I need to go keep exploring to find this. And we're still going. Yeah, manually casting Comet is really only useful if it's a bigger fight with like rare enemies or something. Most of the time I just don't even have time to cast it before everything's dead. Nothing over here. Boom. Direct. There's the sacrificial
There
parts.
is unique power within this flesh.
You are the chosen one. next to the pile of chosen ones. Jeez. That is grim. Alright, nope, this isn't where we're going. Next one over. Ooh, we've got a full inventory as well.
Not yet.
Alright, so pop in the sacrificial heart. Wow, what the heck? What? Oh, that is a very large sacrificial heart.
I offer this heart to you, Garakan.
Nice. Oh, that's not the main thing we're doing in this zone at all. That was the bonus thing. That was the blood sacrifice. Nice. And we already found Peculiar Fortunes. That was the 1500 gold thing. So there's still one more undamaged core, but that's a treasure thing, so that's a bit less important. But that being said, I now have 2 more passive skill points. How have I been feeling? I'm feeling like survivability's been a bit low. If I come over here, this whole zone is a gold mine, right? There's elemental resistances, elemental damage, increased duration of chill, elemental ailments, chill and freeze, bonus duration and magnitude, elemental damage if you've dealt a critical hit recently, and critical hit chance. So there's like, and cast speed with elemental skills. So this zone over here is just incredible. But the problem is, it's nowhere near me. Like, we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 before we get there. Which is a lot. So I'm not really sure. I could do more chill, magnitude, or cold penetration. I already have a decent amount of cold pen. Do I need more? I did this whole energy shield loop, which is good. Gives me a lot of max energy shield and some mana regen and some intelligence. And shield regen rate somewhere, I think. No, just max. What to do? Did I get over there faster this way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Though, along the way, get improved duration. A whole crit chance thingy. Increased damage with hits against chilled or frozen enemies. I'm still not sure if this would do anything for me. I don't think it would, because chill and freeze is a build-up, and chill is not chance-based. It's just cold damage. So I don't think that actually does anything for chill or freeze. It's not like there's a chance to inflict chill on any of my skills. Okay, well, I think I'm just gonna start going over there. Start the slow journey. I'll just take my 10 intelligence and be sad about it. Alright. And we keep exploring, because we still haven't found the goal of this zone.
Not yet. Whim of the Marrakech.
What just killed me? Yikes. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go down there. Maybe we'll get lucky. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I was getting at earlier. It's just like, it's not fun to re-kill everything. They're just trash mobs. 90% of the time I just melt the whole squad in 3 seconds, and every once in a while they get the better of me. And then, so what I'm getting at is like, then it feels like I have to play really cautious so that I don't die. But then that feels more like playing hardcore, right? Like it's this cautious thing. It's like, oh, I gotta make sure I never have anything go slightly wrong or else I might die. And that's not a playstyle that I think most ARPG people, or at least, maybe I can't say most, but at least for me, that's not the ARPG style that I love. Like, I don't mind dying once in a while, because stuff happens, enemies get us around on you or whatever. It's like, I'm not playing hardcore for a reason. And it kind of feels like hardcore is being forced on you, almost. A semi-hardcore. I don't think any of these are any good. So. Sell them all.
Don't drink
Come
the
over
water.
here, salvage this thing. Ooh. Quality and sockets. And another skill gem. I should probably use one of those. I mean, I probably should use all of them. Hypothermia I haven't upgraded in a long time, so it's due for an upgrade. That's 4 levels of upgrade. And then a lot of my damage is coming from Frost Wall, but Frost Bomb I think is still the main thing.
Hey, puss, don't play
I feel like I'm using Frostbolt like not at all at this point. Let's level up Frostbomb. I use that all the time. And I'll wait on the other ones. So then the question I just had in my mind that I didn't wonder until just now is, can we put this into Comet? No, it's not a projectile. Okay. I was like, can we get a triple Comet going? We cannot. We could do the Echo thing, probably, with Comet. But I think having Frostbomb do the Echo is better. Oh my goodness. Oh. What the... What? What is happening all of a sudden? These blood priestesses, man, are just melting me.
I can't do that yet.
Just gotta stay away from anything they're throwing at me. Well, some of what this means is that my damage is more than it needs to be compared to my survivability. So I may need to refund a few passives and get a bit more survivability.
Big mana.
Alright, there's nothing over here. Where do we think the goal is? It's not going to be next to the waypoint. There's a chance it's over here, but there's also a chance it's like top left. And I don't know which way to... Let's go top left. As far away from the waypoint as possible. I'll just keep increasing the waypoint distance.
I can't do that yet.
Wow, I've gotten a lot of orbs recently. One of them even is a Chaos Orb.
I need more time.
Which seems kind of bad, to be honest. Such an interesting, like what's the use case for a Chaos Orb? I have no idea. What are you? You seem pretty irritated.
Will of the Marrakesh. Not yet. Victory is mine. I need more time.
Alright, you're all dead. Yeah, a Chaos Orb removes a random modifier and augments a rare item, so it has at least 3, and you remove a random one to add a random one. That, like, what's the use case for that? Because if it's already a really good item, then, I mean, I guess it's just you're re-rolling it. It's basically just a way to re-roll a rare, and eventually you might get lucky and get 3 in a row that you like. But removing a random and adding a random is so chaotic. It's not even like you're removing a specific one and then adding a random one. That's already random. It's double random. Oh my, they have guns.
I see. No mercy then. Kill her on sight.
Boom. Wow. Now that's the kind of drops that I feel like players are not seeing in the first 20 hours of gameplay that they're expecting. Right? He dropped 2 currency items and then 4 actual items.
I must travel light.
You know, to the point where, like, you might not even want to pick up all those items. That's nice. That's what we like to see. Now I just have to go back. I am really, really not liking that this doesn't take me back to town. It makes going back to town a pain in the butt. Having to walk through the gateway. Every time. Have a seizure because of the freaking flashing. What's this? 90 mana. That's a lot of mana. Won't lie.
Beware.
Alright, support gem. Back we go. Back in black. We have another passive skill point. Ooh. Oh. Ooh. You know, that is the nice thing about the path I'm going on here. We got ourselves a jewel socket, which means I need to go back to camp again. And we can throw another jewel into our build. I believe we haven't found anything better than that mana one we replaced. I think that's the one we'll put in. 9% chaos damage, 1% mana on kill. That's the one I'm talking about. 8% damage with quarter staves, 10% duration of damaging ailments. I don't do any damaging ailments. 5% increased poison duration. Minions have 9% physical reduction and crossbow reload speed. So I don't need any of that. This is the only one that does anything. And really, it only does half of that. Now, is this something where I can orb these? Because I'd be willing to burn a regal. Oh, we can. 23% curse area. Nice. Minions, boo. Oh, and that's all I can have. Okay. Alright, well, I mean, 23% area of effect on curses is super nice, because that means our frostbite. It's more stuff. I'll take it. I only use Frostbite mainly on bosses and like rares and uniques and stuff, but I mean, having that big of an area just makes it even more likely that I hit the thing I'm trying to hit. But it's not quite as big of a deal as like my damaging spells getting a bigger AoE, because I don't tend to use Frostbite on trash mobs, so it won't do that much. The main thing that's really nice about this gym is the 1% mana. Whenever I kill a mob, that's 5.7 mana per kill. It's huge. You know, when I kill 6 mobs, that's a free 20 mana I just got back. And we're about to die. This thing is, this zone is not messing around with the damage. Lots of guys with cannons. Which, let's just say the Path of Exile team really likes the, let's make something that has a really big wind-up that you can totally dodge if you're paying attention, but it will completely body you if you're not paying attention. There's a lot of those. Alright, this is an example where we need the curse.
I need more time. Didn't break a sweat.
Yeah, I don't know what changed in the last, like, 5 hours of gameplay, but I feel like items are dropping way more often now.
This place is strange.
Fool! There is no time for this. Aziri will soon commune with the beast. Seize
The beast.
your sword.
Correct, everybody?
I can't do that yet. Not yet.
I'm still not sure if it's ever worth casting my crossbow. It still seems pretty strong when I don't have an enemy that can be damaged by icicles immediately. Maybe it's not. Okay. One moment. I need to put a reminder. Boom. Alright. What level is this zone, by the way? I'm kind of curious where we're at leveling wise. Are we ahead? Are we behind? 45. I am 47. Okay, we're 2 levels ahead. Oh, Jesus. I mean, literally an off-screen enemy, like, 3-shot me, you know? It's just like, that's rough. I need more survivability. Do I want to refund some points and get more survivability? I could totally lose this one. I need resistances. That's what we need. Which is what we're going for over here, but it's gonna be quite a few. Still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At 6 more points, we'll get 5% resistance and a lot of damage. Which would kind of... Wow. Those nodes, that node's really strong. Because that's 30% spell damage, but 5% reduced cast speed. This one is 30% spell damage, because all of my spells are elemental, and then a benefit. Not to mention that the 2 leading up to it are 10% increased damage, and that's what these are. So I actually think I could remove these 4. I need this area of effect though. This huge area of effect up here is pretty necessary. So that means I need to keep this one. But we could get 4 points back. That won't get us any survivability right now is the problem. I could also take back 1 of these points if I wanted to. I really like the freeze buildup though. Freeze is what we need. I could take back those 4 and then these 2 mana ones. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it. And then it'll only give us 5% resistances right now, but then it's next to 2 more nodes for the next 2 level ups that are more resistance. So that's worth something. Alright, dude.
Of power.
Give me back these 2 and these 4. Oof. That's so expensive.
Get down from
8, 9 grand almost for 6? Okay, that... I agree with people complaining. That's unacceptable. Like, that's not giving your players experimentation. Like, I'm literally selling all my stuff all the time. I'm not even disenchanting it. So I have more money than most people would at my stage of the game. And I just spent 10% of my life savings to only refund 6 points. Like, what if you wanted to refund half your skill tree? That's gonna cost literally all of your gold. And you can't just farm that back super quickly. I'm not a fan of how expensive the refunds are. They need to be cheaper. Other people have been saying that. I didn't really feel it until just now. Boom. There we go. Okay, and then... Oh, wait. What? Oh, no. Why did I think there were more elemental resistance nodes over here?
Stop fooling around.
Oh, shoot. Oh, that's sad. Okay. Well, that's not quite what I thought it was, but... It's 5% resistances. It's better than nothing. But we gave up 60% increased spell damage. We gained 50% increased elemental damage. So we really only lost 10% damage. But we also lost a 35% mana regen boost. Which, I don't really know. What's my mana regen right now? That's a 12er. I can also... No, the freeze buildup is pretty important on that. I was gonna say I could remove these 3.
Hey, boss, don't play
This one I could ditch. It's just mana. And then do what with it? Energy shield instead? Yeah, I mean 5% increased max mana. That's like fine.
A step closer to legend.
But I mean, it was 20 mana plus 5% max mana. I guess I should be more specific. Because it was totaling to give me about 50 mana. There's also survivability right here. Faster start and energy shield recharge rate. Oh. If we really wanted to, we could try this guy. Mind over matter. All damage is taken from mana before life. 50% less mana recovery rate, but man, you need to get so much regen to do that. Over here is a lot more survivability. More max energy shield and mana regen rate. That's not bad, but I think I'm gonna keep going with this. I'm gonna go this way because cast speed is dope, and then crit chance is dope. And there's more cast speed right up here. So I was just talking about survivability, and I'm not contributing to that. Oh well. We'll just die a million times, it's fine. Who needs to actually survive? Who needs it? Alright, so...
Now don't move! Not yet!
Oh, no, I'm gonna die because these Doriani's elite are nuts.
Need banner! I can't do that yet.
Jeez.
I need more time.
Alright, should I go a different way? I don't think so.
I
We
can't
were getting
do that
where we
yet.
wanted to go. Ooh, another rune. All the runes.
I need more time.
I need to just cast Ice Wall everywhere because it ends up protecting me from projectiles too.
I can't do that yet.
Alright. Don't die.
I need more
It's
time.
easy. Totally easy.
I need more time.
Totally easy. Who would die? Only losers die.
Out of mana. Not yet.
Yeah, exactly. When you're about to die, just don't. This guy is
Out of mana.
trying to get me there.
Not yet.
Jesus. He's so fast too.
Not yet.
You're too fast for how much health you have. There we go.
Victory is mine.
Got him. Got him. Alright, so... Now what? Where are we?
Fuck you!
Kill you.
Not yet.
Balls and comets and boom, boom, booms. Oh gosh, more snipers. With railguns. Here, we heard you live in the medieval ages, so we got enemies with guns. Fun. There's a reason you don't take a knife to a gunfight. No, you guys stay back. Ooh, he jumped over the ice wall. That was neat. Alright. Nice. So I'm supposed to do something with this? No? Maybe not. Alright, come on, baby. Give me a checkpoint. Yeah, there it is. Now I can die in peace for a couple minutes, and then it'll be absolutely horrific to die again. Alright. That's a lot of baddies. Doesn't matter. It all just explodes.
Stop this at once. I take no pleasure in harming one of my own. But if you persist, I will do with her what I must.
Alva, no! I care so much about you. Don't die. Alright, minions with extra cold damage. That's fun. Ouch. What am I doing? Middle. What is happening? Is somebody healing? Somebody was healing somebody. Yep, Gold Ward. It's just like Squidward, but worse. Heals allies and suppresses foe recovery. Cool. Alright. Okay, we didn't lose too much.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Jeez, these little archer dudes do a lot of damage.
I need more time.
Okay, this is maybe a dumb question since I don't play these other classes. What do armor and evasion rating do about elemental damage? Is physical its own damage type? Like when an enemy attacks you regular melee style, is that always physical damage and that's where armor and evasion come in? Or like if an enemy shoots you with a fire arrow, is it dealing fire damage? Is it dealing physical damage? Would armor do anything? Would evasion rating do anything? I feel like it's not entirely clear to me how those all work together. Like, can you dodge a fire arrow with evasion rating? Or can you not?
I need more time. Die! Forgotten!
Alright, empty room. Whoa! That was gross. Did you guys see that? Oh, we need to find another one. He just lasered the cadaver in half. That was nuts. I was not expecting. I thought I was just looting a cadaver. Yeah, that is not what I expected. That was nuts. All right. Slice of life. Yeah. Armor is only physical. So, I mean, so that's weird because that kind of means that like a warrior, because energy shield is all of them except for poison and bleed, I guess. But so it feels kind of weird that like here's another one. Oh, that's so sick. Oh man, they really went. Here's another one in case you really want to get a close up. Oh, gross. Even the sound effects are gross. Dave already forgot who the Act 2 boss is. Which one's the Act 2 boss?
So, at the eve of the end, the demon of Hatzoatl has finally come for me.
Such arrogance.
Is it the sand guy that does the sandstorm and your friend makes a bubble? The one.
More time.
Ignition.
Out of mana.
The ends justify the
Yeah. Yeah, that one only took me 2 tries, I don't know. And the only reason I died the first time was because the sandstorm killed me because I didn't realize you had to walk somewhere to protect yourself from it.
No mana.
So, I don't know, sounds like a skill issue. Just gotta get good. Oh jeez. I'm kidding, of course.
I need more time. No mana.
Alright. Doriani. We're down to half already.
I can't do
Can
that
I
yet.
keep it up? Can we first try
My people.
the big... Oh god, what is
It
this?
happened. It cannot be stopped.
What the hell?
I will succeed.
Oh boy, he's Dr. Eggman. We Sonic the Hedgehog now. Got him, Dr.
One
Robotnik.
death is nothing for the greater
Doing,
good.
Out of mana.
doing big Dr. Robotnik things.
Full power.
Oh my goodness.
The end of the world is nigh. Let me show you what true intellect looks like.
You kidding me? My intelligence is like through the roof. Ow. Okay, I don't really know what you're supposed to do with that. Maybe dodge through it instead of try to run away from it.
Need mana.
I don't know.
I need more
All the
time.
ice walls.
Fatal ambition. This
Out of mana.
is not over yet.
Go away! What was I supposed to do?
Now you're
All he did was follow me. I can't breathe. We can do this. All right.
brass.
I can't do that yet.
Come on, baby.
Piercing frost.
I will burn you alive.
I need more time.
There is no
Okay, I
escape.
got hit by that. I was supposed to not get hit by that. Right, X. Right.
You think you can stand in my
Not
way?
yet. Need mana.
You leave me no choice.
Throw in that radius.
This is not over yet.
Oh, what? I was outside the zone. Come on.
Intellect looks like.
Literally was outside the zone. And this guy just rotates forever. How are you supposed to get away from that?
You can match me.
You don't know on that one.
You think you can run?
I do not know on that spinny laser one how you're supposed to get away from it.
No. Do not fail me. Not now.
Woo! First try! Get wrecked! The game is easy. I don't know what everybody's complaining about.
This happened. All I've done.
Come on, just get better.
All that I sacrificed.
Your people cannot be saved. History is already written. You can stay here and die, or come with us and help save the future.
The legacy of the Val must be protected. I do know of a way to contain the beast.
Best you start talking
Hey,
now.
I killed you.
My
You're
friend
supposed to be
here isn't
dead.
exactly the peacemaking type. I must travel light.
If only I had more time. There is an ancient weapon. A weapon that was used.
So will you help us?
I suppose I must, but the fact that I will come to your era.
It's settled then.
It's all right. Yeah, that laser spinny move was weird. Also, I feel like they're gonna nerf Ice Wall. I think it's like on that boss, whenever I cast Ice Wall, wait, what? Okay.
By the first ones, you're alive.
I didn't want to go to cruel difficulty yet. I wanted to finish up stuff in Act 3. So it doesn't ask you, it just forces you. That's cool.
I'm glad to see.
I love
another
that.
note now. I would appreciate it.
I was expecting to go back to town and there would be a portal in town that I would go through. Also, it's fun that that's killing me while I'm stuck in an animation.
Feel the kill!
So the items that were on the floor in the boss room are just gone forever? Like, what the hell? What if you had a really good item on the floor and couldn't grab it and had to go back? I'm so confused on what's going on right now. I'm really confused on what the solution is for that. Because there were two, I mean, they weren't the best items, they were just magic items, random whatever. But there were two items on the ground that I was gonna go back for. What are you supposed to do? Just leave them on the floor? And there's zero warning. This changes soon, does it? I don't think that's true. We're still pretty far from the game releasing. I don't think this is acceptable. It should let you go back to town first before it forces you into cruel difficulty. That's really bad. I hate these river hags, by the way. They're so annoying. Slowing you down with their little water orbs. Oh, game crash. Woo! I needed to pee anyway. Alright, so that is fun. Yeah, that's really weird. The forcing... Not even warning. It's one thing to force the player to do it, but it's another thing to not even have a warning like, warning, when you go through this portal, it'll take you to cruel difficulty and you'll restart. It's just like straight up, like I was just trying to go back to town to sell my items and all of a sudden I find myself forced into my other boss items being deleted. Super weird.
I need more time.
Yeah, it said proceed to cruel difficulty, but there wasn't. It's more my point of like, I didn't know what action was going to proceed to cruel difficulty. Like, I assumed I would go back to town, and I could enter the time portal in town to go to cruel difficulty. So it wasn't exactly clear that just the action of going to town would do it. Like, I knew that I was at the end of Act 3 because it was mentioning cruel difficulty, but it wasn't really clear what was going on. After watching me yesterday, you decided to make a frost sorceress yourself, and it's way more powerful than the witch. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying that minions are kind of crap right now. I'm curious if that's just because people haven't found the right stuff, or if they do actually suck. Could be a little bit of both. Ouch. Porcupine crabs hurt.
I need more time. I can't do that yet.
Alright. Probably almost back to safety here. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh yeah, we have a boss fight. I forgot about this.
I can't do that. No mana.
Get out of here, turd. Oh, my area of effect. You dodged it.
Not yet.
Keeps dodging my frost bomb. You've returned for the end of the stream. It's not the end of the stream, don't worry. You actually made it in time. Oh, I walked right into that. But he's dealing like no damage to me. So this is fun. I don't think I'm really under any threat right now. At least this boss isn't overtuned.
Thank you.
That's good.
No mana.
Doesn't have a lot of health though.
I can't do that. Need mana.
Got him.
He bore the mark of corruption.
And a regal shard too. Oh man. And does this mean that we're not gonna have the hooded person for a little while to identify stuff for us?
Here, there is a small trace of hope.
Friendly's the night, but I Smith. There's a pint.
What's up, senor? How's it going?
If you find a pint out there, don't bring it back.
See, it'd be really,
burden is
it'd be so
heavy.
nice
He
if
hides it
on the
well.
cruel difficulty they gave you at least the salvage bench and reforging bench are there.
Welcome to the camp. I fear this.
Maybe someone else will identify your stuff.
Her mind tends to wander.
Welcome. If I don't got it.
Oh, there's currency exchange.
Strong and overconfident.
Currency
Like me.
exchange. Did I make a new character? No, I beat Act 3, and right now it rolls you back around
Sorry, I was just.
to
I
Act
like
1
to
for
hold
cruel
on to bits and
difficulty.
pieces. Any that catch your eye?
Actually, this does catch my eye, but it's still not better than what I have. Ugh. This is so tedious. Anything fancy? 5 mana per enemy killed. Sure. What is this? Strength amulet. A glass blower's bauble improves the quality of a flask. Ooh. Fun. Anything good?
I've collected these. Oh, I like
Doesn't
this
look like
one.
it. Senor, where are you at in your playthrough? Oops. Wrong tab. That's... You just got your ascendancy? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Alright, so...
Hello.
How does this work? I want Exalted Orb. I have Orb of Transmutation. The market ratio is 1 to 90. Oh my god. That's so bad. 5 Regal Orbs. Wait, that... Oh, no stock. Wow. So yeah, what if I wanted Jeweler's Orbs and I have like a Chaos Orb or an Orb of Alchemy or a Divine Orb or an Orb of Augmentation? No trades for that. No trades for that. Regal Orb. Huh. Interesting. What if I have a Soul Core? What if I want... Can I not just see, like, if I have a Soul Core, what can I get for it? It doesn't seem like I can. Hey, senor. Thank you for the sub. Very appreciated. So... Okay, so you can go back... Okay, that's good. You can go back waypoint-wise. I do think it's weird that the items I had are gone forever. But this means I could, like, go back and do my trial... My Trial of Chaos. If we wanted to. Where was that? Area level 43. Could always give it another level or something before that. But yeah, let's check the vendors and if they have anything. Not really. Ooh. Now that might just do it. 710 life.
Made to keep you alive.
And then none of these were better, I don't think. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, I always enjoy hanging out with y'all. Good to have you here. So, what am I doing? Upgrade another skill. Maybe Ice Nova. I feel like it's about time for me to shift my build. The whole Frostbolt into Cold Snap thing is no longer my best. options. So I might have to move on from that. Hey, Senor, thank you so much. 5 gift subs. It's very generous.
Go, take you.
Alright, well. Started that hype train all by yourself.
I can't do that yet.
Oh, well, thank you. Merry Christmas to you as well. Man, we need mana so bad. I'm having some serious mana issues, even after that jewel we put into our build. I don't know if I should try to get more regen or just more mana. Because more mana is also more regen, because it's, I think it's percent based, right? Can't remember. Every game does it slightly differently. Some games do it where it's percent based on your intelligence, but not on the mana itself. Some games they do it based on the total mana itself. All sorts of options.
I need more time.
Die, scum. Out of mana. Not yet.
Alright, we're actually close to level up. Nice. Mayra, where are you at? Her text showed up in the bottom. Oh, here. Here we go.
More time. Need mana.
Jeez.
I need more time.
A lot of health.
No mana. I can't.
Get out of here, you hag. And that's not me calling her names. But that is actually what she is, by definition. Got him. Oh, how are my resistances, by the way? Oof, not good. Not good, but that's like gets us started on the journey to having a positive cold resistance. So that's nice. What support gems do I have in Frostbomb? I have... let me go look at it. I'm pretty sure it's an area of effect increase. I have the Echo one, which is a level 2 support gem. That's why it's blowing up twice. Which was a pretty huge change in its effectiveness. Like it's ridiculous how much better it is. Because it already is really good, and when it blows up twice, it's just absurd. And the second explosion of Frostbomb does more area, which is awesome. So that's that one. And then the other two, I have Swift Affliction, which is more damage over time, which is irrelevant, but it's 20% less duration, which means it pops faster. So if I don't have this, it takes longer to go off. And then there's this one, which is just 40% more area of effect. The only downside, it does make the, what's it called? The amount of time, because it also has a debuff, Frostbomb does, on the exposure. It does decrease the cold exposure duration as well, but I think it's worth it to make it pop faster. Reducing that delay is huge.
Everything is wet and vile in Ogan.
Alright, let's see if we can take out our first real boss in the cruel difficulty. Need more mana.
I can't do that yet.
Oh, dude.
Sam, take you.
There we go. Like, most games when they have and I guess hard difficulty was never core to PoE2's design. Like, you know, there's not a plan to have cruel difficulty. So for cruel is kind of a stopgap measure. So I understand that they're not putting like a ton of effort into it. But most games, when you move on to a second difficulty, you can still identify items from the beginning, you know, like all of the quality of life stuff that gets unlocked in camp usually carries over to the hard difficulty. But anyway, where were we putting points? Over here. That could be good. 10% of damage is taken from mana before life. Now, when that says before life, is that before shield and life, just in general? Or is that literally, like, only before life is taken? Because that's not entirely clear. You were AFK for a bit. Does the ice witch now again give permanent 10%? Yes, she does. But your resists also, I think, go down in each act. So I'm still at -5 cold. Even though I have 20 permanent cold resistance.
I need more time.
Ah, I'm blocked in by a single maggot. What do I think the third sorceress ascendancy will be? I think it will be a sorceress who's built around using all 3 elements at the same time. That's my guess. Because the current ascendancies don't really support that. Like, they're kind of all separate. There's like one for lightning, one for frost. But the passive tree, which is probably more what it will be in its finished state, the passive tree supports it. So that's my guess.
I need more time.
Because there are things in the passive skill tree that have to do with, like, you know, the last... Like, this does more damage based on how many different element types you've used in the last whatever minutes. That sort of thing. I guess what I can do is I can take a waypoint to another act, but that's so slow, too, to identify my stuff. Oh my gosh, especially because the map has a loading screen. People are kind of railing on that, too. Like, why does opening the map have a loading screen? And I do kind of understand that complaint. I don't think I've ever played a game where I hit the M key to load the map and it has a loading screen. It is a bit odd, I will admit. I think this took more time than just using my identification scrolls. Yeah, it's not just you, Senor, don't worry. It is all of us.
Please, take your time.
That's just better, right? Because I just have a normal one? Yeah.
Another for my collection. Thank you.
Oh my. 1015 life? Heck yeah. That's like 30% over my health.
If you can.
So good. Finn, are you selling
Feeling
anything
lucky.
good? Oh no, you're the gambler.
Later.
I might need a ring just for resistances. We just leveled up, so I'm checking these. And it's basically the same as what we already have. And then where's the other dude? Renly?
Here's what I've got.
Renly, what you got? Sorry, let me check my phone. Alright, maximum life and fire resistance and 100 energy shield. No. 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 I mean, it's more energy shield. The mana is fine. Crit chance is nice. But the life and rarity are pretty nice, and a 20% resistance. What level's my belt? My belt sucks. Level 24, and it's not even rare, but I just have not had any luck finding good belts. For whatever reason. 100 life is a lot. That's a lot of life. But no movement speed. So I guess, is it worth trying spending one of our augmentation orbs, because they're kind of cheap, to just see if I could roll movement speed? Because if that had been movement speed, that would have been pretty good. But it's
That'll
not.
be useful. Go
So
well.
there goes money and an orb. But here we are. Okay, so we should be able to go back here. Yeah. Alright, so yeah, I'm probably gonna remove Frostbolt from the rotation. I guess then the question becomes, does Frostbolt have any support gems I should be using somewhere else? Very well might. What am I using for Frostbolt? Well, I'm using Scatter Shot, and that doesn't apply to anything else. And I'm making it have faster cast speed, which could be better on Frost Wall, maybe? I guess that could go on Frost Wall. Oh. It's an ambush. That could actually be an upgrade for me. Whoa! Oh, man, I got so excited for a minute. +1 to level of all minion skills. Oh, sad. Still, that's not bad for a witch.
I need more time.
Ice walls are so annoying in these little hallways because they just block my own self. Alright, is this it? This is it. Here we go. Come here, the Devourer.
Mudworm. I need more time.
Who's gonna devour who?
I can't do that yet. Not yet. Lunarized blade!
You think ice walls are annoying? Imagine being the one that's, yeah, getting blocked by it, trying to eat me.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
Alright, well, this is
The tail.
definitely a slow fight here.
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, come on, you just got here.
I need more time.
There's a nice oh, I should be casting Comet rather than being a dummy. That's what we need to replace Frostbomb with, or Frostbolt. Basically, it stops moving for a minute. Bomb, ice walls, and then cast a Comet. Boom.
Out of mana.
No mana. Ice walls. Comet.
I have wandered
Boom.
the
A level
mysterious.
11 skill
was
gem.
not a
Some
challenge.
orbs. Not any good ones. Just the blues. Was there something else in here? Can't remember. No, that's it. Yeah, that was not a hard fight. I think the tuning of Cruel is not very balanced in the sense that everything's doing less damage in Act 1 Cruel than things were in Act 3. So it feels like my survivability, like, I didn't dodge half the stuff he threw at me and it didn't really hurt. So I think that's a big part of it. Oh, that has quality. So maybe that's intentional. They don't want the second. I mean, that would feel a little backwards if the game got easier the further you went into it, but it says superior if it has quality. Yes, I've like noticed that before, but my brain doesn't seem to care or actually remember.
If you find a pint out there, don't bring it back.
I also really hope that they give us ways to get lower level skill gems if you're wanting them, because right now you're stuck with the high level ones that you're currently dropping, rather than, like, if I wanted a level 5 skill right now, I'd be screwed. Well, I wouldn't, because I have one, but if I wanted a level 7 skill, I'd be screwed. It's tied to zone level. Yeah, but that's super annoying, Acri, if you have to farm all the different levels of them. It's just a weird game mechanic, because you can upgrade freely, and support gems already work this way. You can create a support gem up to level 2. So it just feels weird to go back and farm low level areas just to get a random skill gem drop when you have 50 of the level 50s. Level 13s, you know, whatever. I don't know. It feels
Sorry, these
a
are
little
just
weird to
some
me.
odds and ends of mine. Stay safe.
Okay, so we are now back on the identify our own crap train. This is super fun. And then probably just selling it all. I might keep that minion one.
It's beautiful. Accept. Bye.
Press shift on left click. Shift on left clicking what? In this world where I'm pressing shift on left click. Why do you need lower level skill gems? Well, it could be for a variety of reasons. For one, if I make a new character, I might want to use some other skill gems I've farmed. For 2, you might not have the requirements for a skill. So, you know, if I want a utility skill, like if I'm someone playing not a sorceress or witch, and you want to use Frost Nova, you can only use a low-level Frost Nova. Something like that. Oh, for identifying, I can just chain together identifications. Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, you didn't reset. Alright, to the Grellwood we go.
I need more time.
Over the river and through the Grellwoods to grandmother's house we go.
I need more time.
The comet just coming from space is so satisfying. It's also just the perfect, like, oh hey, we see you froze this enemy. Would you like us to shatter him into pieces for you? Yes. Comment from the gods for you. Here you go. Is the skill called Summon Oxidized Asteroid? Summon Oxidized Asteroid Chunk? Yeah, exactly. You know, on that note, do I have... Can't you put a support gem in there? But could I put...
Not yet.
So... Oh, I can put support gems in Elemental Storm? What? Okay, I didn't know that. That's cool. Cast speed doesn't do anything. Huh.
I can't do that yet.
Anyway, well, we found the Grellwood. I just missed it. Just barely. You know, something Diablo 3 did that I really wish Path of Exile did is when there was a quest, when there was a notable thing, just outside, like, basically it would give you a little arrow towards it and it would be blinking even in the mist. So kind of your discovery radius was still only medium, but like if there was a quest thing that you were looking for, your discovery radius for that was a little bit bigger. Or a medium bit bigger. But I really liked that, because it was still like I have to explore the zone, but then when you were close-ish to what you were looking for, it would kind of guide you the rest of the way. And I enjoyed that. It kept you from running into quite as many dead ends and random corners that you didn't need to. And it prevented that super annoying thing where if you were 5 inches away from finding something, you would still miss it. In Diablo 3, you won't miss it, because it gives you the little indicator. You put Spell Cascade into Ice. What does Spell Cascade do? I don't know my support gem names. Oh my. Wow, we are seeing a lot of these blue orbs drop. Oh, yeah, the one that copies it twice. Yes. In fact, right now, so I actually think you've given me inspiration. I have that. Excuse me. I have that on Cold Snap right now, but I don't think I need it on Cold Snap. What if I put it on Comet? On Comet, on Blitzen, and then maybe cold snap. I mean, something needs to penetrate cold resistance, so why not cold snap? Because I was doing this with cold snap so that it would blow up all 3 of the frost bolts, but I'm not really using that anymore. I could try it on Frostwall, but I really want to try it on the... Oh, that's the wrong comet. I meant to put it here. I really want to try it on the autocast comet. Because then that happens. Oh my. Oh, do you see how far apart those are? That's like half the screen filled with comets. Oh my, yeah, that's kind of cool. Yes. Fill the world with comets. It's the level 2 spirit gem. You know, there's like three kinds of spirit gems. Or 3 kinds, 3 tiers of spirit gem. It's the second tier of spirit gems.
I need more time. Out of mana. I can't do that yet.
Oh! Well, fun. Okay, here's my hot take. The hottest of takes. Unless the enemy is particularly designed to be a ticking time bomb, because sometimes there are enemies in ARPGs where you kill them and then they have some sort of timer and then they explode. I get that, that's fine, it should work that way. For the rest of enemies in the game, just normal enemies that have the ability to do delayed damage in some way, that should be cut off once they die. Because dying to a dot from a dead enemy it's gotta be one of the worst feelings of all time. And dying to random, like, you know, like those little flowers or whatever, I don't know. It's just, what's the point? Maybe I'm just mad because bad, but... Acri, I got it in Act 3 earlier on, I think. Where did I get the... Also, do spirit gems only drop from quests? Because I've gotten basically none of them. Somehow I ended up with an extra level 4 spirit gem, but yeah, you basically get no spirit gems, which feels weird. I don't know how you're supposed to get more. But yeah, I got a level 10 one to do cast on freeze, which is what we're using right now, and it's great. Okay, so you're telling me I can hold shift? Oh, that's so cool. And it just keeps going. Whoa, adds +1 to all projectile skills? Ooh. I'm not gonna make a ranger forever, but I'm keeping that.
Hello. I've collected
though
these.
+1 isn't that crazy good, so maybe it's not worth keeping. You're in Azok Bog? Yeah, I don't remember exactly when it showed up.
What happened here? There is a battlefield. Renly will know. I'll wait here. The old magics will protect me.
Alright, where are we going? The Red Veil. You love how some loot feels like what a unique would do. Yeah, I have only gotten 1 unique so far in my 25 hours or whatever of this game, which I think is not enough. Particularly if there are leveling uniques. Those should drop off. You know, it's funny, they're dropping too far apart. They're actually dropping so far apart that they're only useful if my screen is filled with bad guys. Comet has such a huge area of effect that I don't actually know if this is that good. It's really cool, but I don't know if it's actually that good. Grim Tangle. Well, we need the waypoint for that. And we'll do that, and then
Blocked for now.
save that for later.
I need more time.
Maybe that's still okay. Like, there were wolves there. Well, maybe that's because they're up next to the wall. In an open area, I think the two comets end up not hitting each other. Or not being able to damage the same enemies.
I can't do that yet.
I'm totally sure. No, they damage the same enemy. Well, but then again, the comet could only shoot here. So yeah, I don't know. I need a big open area to test. Test this out.
I can't do that yet.
Well, they died in one hit, so I can't find out. Trying to do science here, and you're all just dying on me.
Didn't break a sweat.
It is kind of nice. I don't know. I probably should keep it. The only reason I wouldn't keep it is it makes the individual comets do less damage. So there is a downside to it. It's not pure upside, but
The very trees tremble with sickness. Stay still. I need more time.
oh man, animation canceled me. Get out of here. Wow, that one did a lot of damage. I think that was a crit. That's insane. Yeah, Dave, I really am sold on the skill system. It's really cool. I do think there's some of the weird issues of, like, there's too many, like, regular damage spells, and there's not enough, like, it's a big cooldown, so I use it once in a while kind of spells. So it feels like there's too much competition for what you're casting at any given moment. There's not enough things that you only cast every rare once in a while. So I'd like to see some more of those types of skills, but it's still super fun. Did I play last Epoch? Yes, I did. I didn't. I beat the game. I got to the beginning of the end game. You know, the monuments or whatever they were called. It was fine.
Take your time.
I liked a lot of what they did. I thought it was pretty good. I think they. Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job. I mean, last Epoch did some things really well that Path of Exile 2 is not doing really well. You know, so it's like. It certainly was a good one. I think they had some issues, and there were some, I don't know, I didn't do the end game, so I can't really speak too much to it, but is this any good? Did we finally find a belt upgrade? I think we did. Although it's life recovery instead of mana recovery. And it's only 33 mana instead of 75 mana. So that's a pretty big hit to less mana for 64 life. Also 16 strength though. That's another 32 life. So that's 96 life. That's a lot of life. But certainly makes flasks worse. Yeah, I mean that's 100 life. I can't not do that. I can't not do that.
It's beautiful. I accept.
Alright, and then we can upgrade. I guess the last thing to upgrade is Frost Wall. Which, given it's one of my main boss killers, that should help me kill bosses faster. All right. Where was it? Go back this way. I probably will have to go soon, but I'd like to find the red veil at least. You chose plus 12 quality to all your skills. Can't you respec your ascendancy? Or are your ascendancy points permanent? I knew your ascendancy is permanent, but I thought you could respec the points. Please tell me you can respect the points, please.
I thought the Ezelmites buried their dead. This must have
Oh,
been some
okay.
battle
You're
ground.
just more curious if that's the best choice. Okay. You scared me. I was like, wait, can we not respect these points? Because I very much was deciding based on being able to redo it later.
Need mana. Not
Oh
yet.
my god, now I have even less mana. This is bad. You know what I might need to do is respec and get some of those mana regen passives.
Not yet.
My mana's just melting away. Is it just gold to respec? Well, let's go find out, because I'm about to do it. Let's go to Act 2. I don't like Act 3. It has that annoying portal that glitches out the graphics. And everything's really far away.
The Arjura when you move swiftly.
A step closer
Control click. Alright.
to a new realm.
So, to refund ascendancy points, it seems like it's more expensive. Holy crap. Oh my god. Why is this so expensive? Do you not want players to experiment? I mean, they literally said they want players to experiment, but then they make respecking like stupid expensive. Grim Dawn had the same issue. It's affordable if you just want to respec like 5 points. But what's not affordable is if you were like, I want to go in a totally different direction and like build a path over here and do stuff with it, and you had to like respec the whole tree. That's what's not affordable. And I actually think it should be affordable. I don't know the best way to do that. I don't know if it's just making it just flat cheaper, but I mean, it puts the point back up here, Dave, so I think you could just spend it again. Yeah, and Diablo 3 was the same for that. Diablo 3 was fun because you could have different builds and just swap back and forth, and there was no cost to it. I don't mind having a cost to it, but it's currently too expensive. Anyway, what was I wanting to add? Oh, mana. I'm really hurting for mana. So these three and this one are all mana regen. What else is mana? These are mana. But that's not any better than the other one that I already need to grab. There's this one. That's an Arcane Surge related one. Whoa. There's a whole mana world over here. Ooh. A lot of good stuff over there, but that's way too far. So for now, for now I'll just grab these two back and put them into these two. So 35% increased mana regen. But a 5% increased mana plus 20, it's like 50 mana, which is like a 10% rate increase on top of having more mana. But I think that's probably still more. But I'll probably want to take that one too. Just have more max mana, because more max mana also means more mana regen. Alright, and I have another skill gem. Wait, what? Oh! I just got a spirit gem. When did that happen? Oh, look at that. There you go. Still not high enough for the next tier, but what's even the point of leveling up your cast on freeze? It doesn't seem to do anything different.
Need something?
Alright, I am gonna head out. Thank you all for hanging out. I am planning on streaming more tomorrow of this game, because this is kind of all I want to play right now. Having tons of fun, so that's great. Yeah. See you later, Lodro. See ya, Senor. See you, Rockmod. See you later, Dave.